A live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comers with the it factor. It's the Jazzy K Ward coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show, Artist Talk. I'm your host, Jazzy K. Ward. Sorry we were running a little late, a little technical difficulties. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for joining me for another great show. And again, of course, February being Black History Month, which is a month that Black history, it's every day, our history. So discover something new, read a book, go to a museum. I know we're in a pandemic, but make sure you be safe and wear your mask. Well, I am exceptionally excited tonight to talk to my very special guest, international recording artist, Carol Albert. I've been waiting to have this conversation with this lady for quite some time now. And so I'm so glad she was able to stop by and have a little conversation a little bit about her amazing career in music. But first, let me show you just a little bit of Carol and some of her performance right here on Artist Talk. Yeah. When I hear that song and the title of the album is Stronger Now. I mean, her music, her melody, you can hear Carol's music all across the globe. And I'm going to ask her tonight. I don't know if she knows this, but I've titled her this on my radio show. I always call her the Diva of the Keys. She's the Diva of the Keys. She's a vocalist. She's a producer. She's a arranger. Ladies and gentlemen, Carol Albert has that it factor. And she's hanging out with me, Jazzy, tonight, right here on Artist Talk. So let's show her a lot of love and let's bring Carol into the room.
Hey, Jazzy.
Hi, Carol. Welcome to the show. And thank you so much for being so patient.
Well, it's today's world with the Zoom thing, and I'm just happy we could get it worked out. But thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule, I'm sure, with not only your music career, your personal life, to kind of chat with me a little bit. And I just want to say, welcome to Artist Talk. Yeah, and for all of those who are streaming, we're streaming everywhere from on YouTube, we're on Twitter, we're on Periscope, kwardradio.com, um, also on Facebook and YouTube. So make sure you go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's K Ward Radio. It's that simple. All you have to do is click the button. Yeah, over there. It's right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
World Radio.
Yeah, K Ward Radio. So I mean, Carol, we're in a new year. Happy New Year to you. But last year at March, what I don't think any of us were prepared for.
No.
But how have you been like navigating through this entire process since March of last year?
Well, like everyone, just trying to adjust, trying to stay creative. And the hardest part is not performing and, practicing, takes me back to my college days, practicing in a lonely practice room. I mean, it's just not the same as playing with other musicians, recording with other musicians, traveling, it's, but, it's trying to make lemonade out of lemons, I guess.
That's right.
Musically, anyway.
Musically.
Not to be trite, but.
Right. So even during the pandemic, I always ask my guests this, Carol. I mean, it's been a blessing, it's been a curse, but during this time, has this allowed you to maybe, slow down, unwind, maybe take care of a lot of more things you may need to do, spend more time with your family, work on new music? How's that process been for you?
Well, it's definitely been a pause. And, at first it was like, okay, well, a little relaxation, that's nice. Kind of been really busy. I released my album January the 31st, just a year ago, and did my album release show. We went to Virginia with a band and the Tin Pan. And the day we came back, everything closed down. It was just like, it was incredibly shocking. And, everyone. And so a little pause, and it definitely given me a lot of time at home, a lot of time to, kind of get my house in order, and just a lot of time to really think, too much time. But, it's trying to practice, trying to stay in shape, trying to write, it's, I know that there's a lot that's cooking, and I'm working on some new songs for my new album.
Yeah. So that's right. Everybody, make sure for all of those that are new to Carol, make sure you go to her website, Carol Albert Music. There it is. .com, and make sure you Stronger Now is available. You can purchase all of Carol's music off of the website and wherever music is sold. So make sure you go get the CD. And of course, Valentine's is coming up, and it's the perfect CD to have. The perfect gift that you can also put in a nice gift bag, and you can share the love and share Carol's music as well. So Carol,
well, if you order directly on my website, leave me a note if you want it to be like a special gift for someone, and I'll sign it and put it in a little special bag and send it. So sign it to the special one.
Okay. All right. You all heard that right here on Artist Talk. Go to Carol's website, send her a little message.
You have to send me a note. Of course, you have to purchase the CD, but send me a note. There's a place to put a note on there, and a name.
Okay, that's nice. So, going back just a little bit, Carol, for all of those who are new, and for those who go back and watch the replay of the video, could you give us a little background on like kind of where you're from and how you started in this music business?
I am from Hiram, Georgia, and very rural Georgia when I was growing up. Just a very little country town, but great people. And I went to college in Georgia. I went to University of Georgia, and then I transferred to Georgia State, got a classical music degree at Georgia State University, and studied classical music. When I graduated, then I decided I wanted to do pop music.
Pop music.
Started playing every place I could get anybody to hire me,
Right.
and played with a lot of bands, a lot of different scenarios, a lot of singles, a lot of piano bars,
Okay.
a lot of you know
Right.
a
Just
lot of anything that I could get.
good. So, so has music always been your first love?
Yes, I mean it is just something that I feel like has always been a part of me,
Right.
and I tried to get out of it many times, and I could never. People say, "Well, we're going to get out of music." You can't leave music. It's just they won't let you.
Yeah.
It never lets you go. You got to go back. And of all the times that I tried to leave and like even study something else in college, it always you get veered back, or you get that call. It's like, can you play so and so? It's like, okay, you're right back in it.
Right.
And I mean, it's a good thing, but it's I've just never done anything else.
You've never done anything else.
Yes.
So here, so like, what are some of your other hobbies? If you weren't doing music, can you tell us something that you can share that we may not know that Carol does outside of music?
Well, I like my garden. I mean, people who know me, and I post my little gardening pictures when it's warmer, of course, not in the winter, but it's a little place of peace for me. I like to plant different things and, uh, you know, like to study the different, I'm not very good at it, but study the different plants and flowers and enjoy that. And I used to run a lot. I've actually run 3 marathons and,
Oh,
um, kind of retired from running, but, you know, uh, it's something just popped up there. I got distracted. Ah!
okay. That's Carmen Bruner.
Yeah, I was, hey,
Carmen,
Carmen. Hey,
she said,
Carmen.
Carol is an awesome musician, and you really are.
Well, thank you. I mean, again, it's just, it's so internal. I don't know what it would be like to have anything else. I mean, it's, I dream songs. I'll be driving and I'll hear a new song. I heard some new things today. I was walking at this little place called Indian Seats. And so it was just so nice and quiet. And I was like hearing music, and I don't walk with the little earphones. I like to make my own music in my ears. And so I get a lot of ideas like that. But I like being outdoors.
You'd be like that. Oh. So, would you say what first got you into music? Did you come from a musical family? Was anyone in your family into classical music, jazz, or any other genre of music?
Well, I had a very musical family. I mean, my grandmother was very, very influential. She played, but my dad played the fiddle. I mean, we grew up in the church. I played, the organ and piano in the church growing up, and we would, as a family, all of us took lessons, and we'd go to singings every Sunday, and um, you know, it was just always a really big part of the family growing up.
Okay. Okay. So, how would you describe your sound? I mean, definitely jazzy. I mean, Carol Albert is you drive your own vehicle. You're in your own lane. So that's like I don't like to compare artists, but it's like I don't really have anybody I was trying to think of. I like when I'm listening in my house to the radio, where the satellite radio or local radio, I said, you know what? That's Carol Albert. Like your sound is so distinct and so different. I mean, I mean, the music is absolutely beautiful.
Well, thank you, Jazzy. Well, I don't set out to have a sound. I mean, I have tried to explain this before. I hear things in my head, and then I try to write it and play it, and then get help from different musicians to add their little special touches. But um, I don't set out to write a song and say, okay, this is going to be that, or
Right.
this is going to be on smooth jazz. I mean, I just write what I hear, and kind of what I feel, and whatever comes out is what comes out.
Comes out. Yeah. So, and I think about your career, I mean, you've been on numerous jazz festivals, you've run numerous awards. I think about your songs like Fly Away Butterfly, which I love. 2017 it was on the Smooth Jazz charts.
Right.
Food Flight 2019, number 4 on the Billboard charts, like Chasing Waterfalls, Sun Out. And I mean, you also were nominated in 2019 for the best smooth jazz artist.
I was nominated 2020 as well.
2020. Oh, that's right.
I lost to Brian Carbertson. Oh well.
That's right.
Good company. I couldn't feel bad about that. It's
Just absolutely. That's great company to be here. And of course, now Stronger Now came out January of 2020. Again, everyone, make sure you go pick up Carol's latest project on CarolAlbertMusic.com. I'm your host, Jazzie K. Ward, and I'm here having a conversation with international recording artist Carol Albert, and we're going to play one of her songs, but keep it locked right here. Don't forget to share the video, and we'll be right back with a little bit more conversation with Carol Albert. K Ward Radio presents Artist Talks Love Language on Feature Friday, February the 12th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with my lovely co-host, The Ona B, the soulful sounds of Sandra Corelli, the Frost Duo, Gregory Goodlow, Mike Murray, Alex Parchment, Cleveland Jones, Daquan Julius, Terry Remsen, Aaron Stevenson, Michael J. Thomas, Marvin Thompson Jr., and Lori Williams. It's a night of music, friends, and love language. I hope to see you.
What can I do to show?
Hey. So welcome back, everyone. And my special guest tonight is international recording artist Carol Albert. She's a pianist, she's a arranger, she's a producer, she's a songwriter. I don't know how Carol has enough time to wear all these hats, but she's phenomenal. And Carol, we're going to talk about your song "Perfect Sunday." Hi, Kat Taylor, my friend. She's a nice lady. So, is anything you want to share about the next performance we're going to share with you on Perfect Sunday?
On Perfect Sunday, well, that song, the feeling of that is that, like yesterday, I told you when we just checked in with a little technical detail, was for me a perfect Sunday. It's just like that was what I wanted to. It was just very carefree, very easy things that you do. Rest, have coffee, in your pajamas all day. I don't know, watch the Super Bowl. I wanted to just have a very easy song that, it just came out that way to title it Perfect Sunday.
Okay, awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a feature premiere right here of one of Carol Albert's songs. This is Perfect Sunday right here on Jazzy After Dark Artist Talk. Oh, wow. What a
And that was
beautiful.
produced by Paul Brown, and
Oh,
he also was featured on the guitar. So we had a lot of fun doing that.
I know. I was going to ask you who were some of the, I recognize Paul, but who were some of the guys in the band with you?
Well, you'll recognize Lil John Roberts. He did the drums. Really great drummer. Sam Sims. Sam has his own tune out right now, doing really, really well.
Right.
And I recorded the piano at in Atlanta with TK Kid, and who's a marvelous engineer on a Yamaha C7, my dream, which the piano has a real history,
Mhm.
played by a lot of really famous people, Elton John and,
Mhm. Right. All that jazz.
many.
It is the perfect title for the song, Perfect Sunday. As I was sitting in here, I mean, it's like one of those, you're sitting on your patio, or are you just on a Sunday drive? Or are you in your home? You have some friends over, and you all are sitting on the patio around the pool. If you drink, I love some wine. It's that perfect. It's that.
I know.
It's that perfect song to put on. In the video, and you play like just the essence, the way you play. It's like a bird that's flying, just free.
Well, I've done the butterfly, flyaway butterfly, so, anyway.
Right. It's just the way you play is amazing. So Carol, what's next coming up for you? I know it's kind of hard with the pandemic. Any concerts or gigs coming up that you can share?
Well, everyone's just very hesitant to really book anything. I am booked to play next fall at the Catalina Island Jazz Tracks Festival. So we're all hoping that by then, things will be safe to go out and play. And that's going to be in California. And, you know, um, I've talked to people, inquiries, but everyone's just a little like,
Right.
hesitant. And I haven't really tried to get any gigs because no one really has an answer.
Right.
And but I'm just working at my house. I'm getting things in order, working in my little studio, trying to practice, write some new tunes.
Okay. Okay.
Gonna, record some new things. So,
And maybe you can teach me when all this is over. The piano is like my favorite instrument, and I was like, maybe Carol can teach me one day
I'd be happy to. You have to practice though.
Yeah.
I'm hard on my students. Like, I kind of say it in a nice way.
And
Like, well, if you really want to, you can play it like that, but if you want to play it, like it's supposed to be played, you have to practice.
you have to practice.
I mean, they laugh at me.
They laugh at you. So Carol, in this business, you always hear a lot of people say, "Don't go into this business. Stay away from it." And you being in this business for quite some time. I mean, have you faced any challenges in the business? A lot of artists are not signed to labels. You have indie artists, and then sometimes with being a woman, sometimes this is a male-dominant industry. I mean, if anything, have you faced any challenges? In getting your music heard?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's another interview.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely it's been challenges. I mean, truly, when I graduated from college, I never said, "Hey, I'm going to be professional performing, artist." My entire career. I mean, I thought I would just teach. I thought I would just teach private lessons, and I don't know. It just, like I said, every time I would try to leave, I'd get called back into it. And there's lots and lots of challenges. I mean, a lot of people think it's all glamour, and like even traveling. When I was booked overseas, I mean, it was great. It was some tremendous highs and some tremendous lows. I mean, lots of obstacles. And so you just have to be resilient. I mean, as it's not, I mean, for some people, it's probably been easy. For me, it's never been easy. And there have been great things that have happened out of nowhere, and the things that you really try hard to get and try and try and try, and it just never happens. So, you know,
Right.
it's a kind of my reality.
I understand. I understand. Okay, let me ask you this. Just switching gears a little bit. Do you remember your first concert that you attended?
That I attended or that I
Mm-hmm.
gave.
Maybe the first one you ever attended, or maybe it's could have been you growing up younger. Just you remember, and who that artist was?
Oh gosh. Well, I remember going to rock and roll concerts, as when I was, old enough to go. And went to, some really great, 70s bands,
Yeah.
went to Yes, went to a lot of the greats, heard Boss Skaggs way back when.
Oh, yeah.
I got to see Michael Jackson live, the Jackson 5 in Atlanta. That was just like the bomb.
Oh, wow.
It was really, truly the bomb. So those are all, older.
Oh,
So those, talking about the first ones, but
right.
um,
Yeah, I just wanted you to just to share if if you remembered some of your you first heard your song on the radio. Do you remember that?
I do. There's a little bit of an echo, but I, I've been recording for a while, and I did my first. It wasn't even a CD. It was just I had basically a demo tape, and we had a little local jazz station, a little program in Atlanta, Jazz Flavors, and the DJ, played a couple of my tunes and onto the radio. And I was sitting in a Chinese restaurant, and I heard one of my titles. It was called Beyond Tomorrow, and that was the first time I'd ever heard. I heard it over the broadcast at the Chinese restaurant, and it's like I just had to stop. I just had to listen, and it was just really a very rewarding, cool moment. But that was way back.
Way back. Okay. Because I always ask artists, like, did you have one of those moments like, wow, my song is on the radio? Or
Yeah, that was totally it. And I still get excited. I mean, when I'm listening to your show and you play my song, it's like, ah, that's my song.
yeah, I love all of your music, Carol. And again, everyone, make sure you go over to carolalbertmusic.com and purchase the CD. And also, if you purchase the CD now, this is a perfect time for Valentine's. You can leave Carol a note and she'll sign that and send the CD to you. But you have to purchase the CD first, okay? Make sure you go out and get that CD. Carol, I just want to say thank you so much. I have been anticipating this conversation with you, and I'm so glad we got to know Carol Albert a little bit better up close and personal, just to have this conversation with you. But before I let you go, what's the best advice that you've been given that you can share? Maybe about life, about this industry, someone watching, I want to work with Carol, I want to get into this business. Anything you could share?
Gosh, I just went totally blank. It's like, okay, I've got a million things. There are too many things. They're all crowding to be for me to say. But I don't know if you're just a young artist or you want to do this for your career. You just have to be. Again, my best advice is just to work hard and be very resilient. Be very flexible, and just be true to yourself.
That's right. That's some great wisdom. Well, I got to tell everybody, Carol Albert, she's an international recording artist. She's a producer. She's a pianist. She's a vocalist. And if you haven't heard any of her vocal work, oh, wow, just simply beautiful. So make sure you check that out. And if you don't know Carol Albert, shame on you. She definitely has that it factor. And again, Carol, thank you so much for coming to Artist Talk. And please come back anytime.
I would love to.
Please do. Thank you so much. And again, follow Carol on her website and carolalbertmusic.com. Wow, another great show. I had an awesome time. And again, I'm your host, Jazzy K. Ward. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight on the show. Don't forget to join me Friday for our Valentine's show, a night of friends, music, and love language. Okay. And K Ward Radio, my YouTube channel. All you have to do is go over there. No, on that side. Click the bell so you can get all of the notifications. And join me on next week, also where my special guest will be Patrick Yando. For any artists that would like to come on the show, please send me your information. My mailing address is there, my email address, my website. I would love to listen to your music, and I would love to have a conversation with you on the show. So make sure you take care of yourself, guys, and be kind to others. And I appreciate all of your support. Good night, and we'll see you next time. K Ward Radio presents Artist Talks Love Language on Feature Friday, February the 12th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time with my lovely co-host, The Ona B, the soulful sounds of Sandra Corelli, the Frost Duo, Gregory Goodlow, Mike Murray, Alex Parchment, Cleveland Jones, Daquan Julius, Terry Remsen, Aaron Stevenson, Michael J. Thomas, Marvin Thompson Jr., and Lori Williams. It's a night of music, friends, and love language. I hope to see you.
What can I do to show? A live one-on-one conversation. 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzy K Ward coming at ya.